Welcome to my channel. This is an instructional video for the subject Fermentation Engineering Technology from University Tun Hussein on Malaysia, Faculty of Engineering Technology. I have prepared a couple of diagrams of flowchart, if you like, describing each of activities in the lab that we will do or conduct in the next couple of days, in this case 4 days, continuously for fermentation experiment. As you can see, this is detailing all what to do. Activity number 1, activity number 3 in day 1, and then continues on until in day 1. It's actually a couple of things to do, in preparation to get things going. So we're going to focus more on day 1, and then what can you get at the end of the day 1. I will explain each and one of these, every part of this in a second. Moving on to day 2 until the last one, day 4. So let's just start from the beginning. So as you can see here in day 1, so it's Monday morning. First activity here is bioreactor configuration, and then followed by a stacking culture, and then followed by activity 3, inoculum preparation. But because in practice this activity number 3, inoculum preparation, is gonna take long time, in this case 12 hours, I would suggest you guys will start Monday morning with activity number 3, which is basically inoculating shake flask that has been pre-made for you, with rich media. So when you come in the lab Monday morning, you will see in your tables 3 shake flasks, probably with another one, we call it the blank for absorbance reading. But the main thing here is the 3 flask, that has been filled up with TPS rich media, that are ready to use. And then you have yeast culture on a petri dish already prepared for you, ready to go. So because it takes 12 hours, up to 12 hours, so I recommend you to start with this activity first. So you will do this in the laminar flow hoods, in which case you are going to inoculate the flask. As you can see here, flask number 1 we will allocate that as a control, and then flask number 2 will be the actual inoculums for the next day, and then flask number 3 will be the sampling that you're going to collect samples every now and then, every 3 hours. So make sure you inoculate flask number 2 and number 3 only, not the control one. This is acting as a control. If this gets contaminated, then the whole media here also contains contaminations. So leave this blank, or leave it untouched. Once you inoculate it using aseptic techniques in the laminar flow hoods, just use your loop to inoculate a single colony. Take a single colony from your petri dish and into the 2 flasks, containing the TPS rich media. So regarding the media here, it's going to refresh, if you like, inoculum. The purpose of preparing or making an inoculum is to refresh the culture, if you like, get it ready, get it going, get it optimized, for the actual experiment fermentation, in the also in the bioreactor and the shake flask. So get it done. Isolate single colony into flask number 1 and number 2. We call this flask number 0, F0, if you like. And then you put the 3 flasks after you inoculate them, septically put in the shaker, the temperature control shakers at certain RPM. I believe it was maybe around 100 RPM or maybe 200 RPM. So you put 3 flasks, 1, 2, 3 like that, and then you're going to collect samples every 3 hours, and call it T0. The moment, by the way, the moment you inoculate your flask number 1, number 2 with the colony, you also need to take sample, for your T0 here. That's T0. Let me just make a label. I think it's this label, yeah. And then use the 3 ml, okay, media from the blank, and also 3 ml from your sample. So the blue color here, it will be used for sample. You do not in any circumstances touch or open or collect anything from your inoculum flask. So you should only, okay, take out the sampling flask into laminar flow hoods and then collect 3 ml, okay, of sample into a cuvette, okay, for reading the absorbance spectrophotometers at 600 nanometer wavelength. So you do that every 3 hours, T0, T3, T6, T9, and so on. And because it is a rich media, we will assume, yeah, we are quite confident from the previous experiment that you will get the stationary phase quite quickly. So this is the plot that you're going to make, okay. Every time you take sample, make sure you plot it, see the shape of the curve, okay. The one in the middle here where it's the exponential phase, okay, you're going to take, yeah, we're going to take the inoculum flask. Let's say this is 1, 2, 3, and then you put the inoculum in number 2 here, okay. Then you take that from the shaker, okay, into the fridge. Right, I put it in here, an arrow there, into the fridge, okay. This is your inoculum flask. So this is only happen, you do this only when you are in the middle of exponential phase, okay. Hopefully you not closer to the stationary phase. That's why it's very important to plot the graph every time you take sample, okay. The T0 will probably in here, of course, and then little bit of lagging, okay, lag phase, and then eventually maybe after 6 hours probably, okay, after 6 hours the cell will be happy and then growing exponentially, okay. At that time, about 6 to 7 hours probably, you remove the flask containing, or the inoculum flask if you like, isolate it from the shaker, put it in the fridge at 4 degrees. Yeah? It's not freezer, but fridge at 4 degrees to slow down the growth, okay. So basically it already reached the optimum phase or growth rate if you like, okay, and it's get ready, and it's being prepared for the larger scales bioreactor fermentation on the next day, on the following morning, okay. In the meantime, you continue taking samples, okay, until T12. That's why it's very important to start this thing early in the morning, let's say 9 o'clock, okay. In that case, you finish 9 in the evening, or if you start 10 in the morning, you're gonna finish at 10 in the evening also. So the sooner you start this inoculum preparation, the sooner you're going to finish. So do this activity number 3 first, okay. It has been prepared for you, ready to go, yeah? The 3 rich media on the bench. And then all you have to do is just inoculate with the culture that also being prepared, already prepared for you as you start the day. Okay, once it is in the shaker, you already collect sample 0, T0, and then take the readings against the blank, okay, and that will be your T0 data, okay.